Before I leave number 6 behind, I just wanted to show real quickly that it could also be done with StatCrunch. So here I am in StatCrunch. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. You click Stat, you go to Proportions, to Sample. We have a summary in this case. And then let me go back and find the data. There it is. Okay, so I had 109 out of 475. Then I had 78, 325. Next. And if you're doing a confidence interval, there's how you could do it, but we're not. We're doing a hypothesis test, but it's a less than. Let me choose that one. Next. And I don't need that. Calculate. And there you go. You can see the z statistic is negative 0.345, just like we said, and the p-value is 0.3649, which is also like what we said. And I could go back into Excel, oops, number 6, and just paste it in there, oops, and show it. Same numbers as before. All right, cool. Now I'm going to move on to number 15, which is a right-tailed test. I didn't read it to you, but hold on, it's down at the bottom. Here it is. So it's talking about a drug control, and they give us these different numbers. They tell us that alpha is 0.05, and they say, does the evidence suggest that a higher proportion, see that, higher, i.e. right-tailed, proportion of subjects in group 1 experienced fever as a side effect than subjects in group 2. So in other words, is P1 greater than P2? And they give us in the course of the problem X1, N1, X2, and N2. Feel free to read it on your own. And I've already typed up the null and alternative hypotheses, and I've already typed up alpha, so that's step 1, 2, and 3. Oh, step 1 and 2, I'm sorry. And now I'm on step 3, which is the test statistic Z0. Okay, now to find Z0, remember, it's better to find the difference in proportions. Here, let me do it this way. P1 hat minus P2 hat. That's what I'm going to find. And then I'm also going to find that denominator separately. And then I'm going to find the test statistic Z0 from that. All right. Now to find P1 hat and P2 hat, I'm first going to have to find P1 hat and P2 hat and P hat. Okay. So P1 hat is X1 divided by N1. P2 hat is X2 divided by N2. And P hat would be parentheses X1 plus X2, close parentheses, divided by parentheses N1 plus N2. There you go. Okay, so the first thing I want is the difference. So I'm going to take P1 minus P2. And then the denominator, let me just show you that formula again because it's kind of involved. There it is. This is what I've been doing right there. So I'm going to need equals square root of P hat, that's that joint P hat, times parentheses 1 minus P hat, close parentheses, then times another SQRT, parentheses, and then I need 1 divided by N1 plus 1 divided by N2. Close parentheses, enter. All right, so there's the numerator, there's the denominator. So the test statistic would be equal to that numerator, 0.04, divided by that denominator, 0.018. Enter. There's our test statistic. Now, it shouldn't be any great shock that it's positive because this is a right-tailed test, right? All right, so now if we look here at the critical region, we can see that we're going to need Z alpha in order to find it. So that's step 4, the critical value. If we're doing classical, which I am right this second. So that's going to be Z alpha, which is equal to norm dot inverse. All right, now you have to do, here, let me show you what happens, 0, 1. If I do just alpha 0, 1, it makes it negative, which because it treats it like a left-tailed probability. So you can fix that by doing 1 minus alpha. That would work. Or you can just leave it as alpha, but then do the negative of it. Make it negative norm inverse. And then you'll have it. Because you need a positive number because it's a right-tailed test. Oops. There it is.